remembered as one of the most aggressive and misunderstood hatchbacks to ever come out of Japan. Built to dominate Group A rallying in the early 1990s, the GTI-R wasn't just a car. It was Nissan's attempt to re-enter top-level international motorsport and prove they could still fight with the world's best. But like many bold engineering efforts, the road to glory was complicated. This is the story of the Nissan Pulsar GTI-R, the rally car that changed Japanese rallying forever. By the late 1980s, rallying had entered a new era. After the deadly Group B class was banned in 1986, the World Rally Championship shifted to Group A regulations. Manufacturers now had to base their competition cars on mass-produced road vehicles, with a minimum of 5,000 homologation units sold to the public. While this meant tamer cars on paper, it also led to some of the most iconic AWD turbo legends ever built. Cars like the Subaru Legacy RS, Toyota Celica GT4, and Lancia Delta Integral. Nissan had largely sat out of the Group B arms race, while their rear-wheel drive 240 RS made a few appearances in the early 80s. It was outdated before it even hit the gravel. By the late 80s, Nissan's motorsport efforts had shifted toward touring cars and endurance racing. But rally fans hadn't forgotten Nissan's strong results from the 70s. The Datsun 510, known as the 1600, had won the East African Safari Rally in 1970. The 240Z had also seen rally success. Nissan had the heritage, but not the modern hardware. That would change with the birth of the RNN14 Nissan Pulsar GTI-R. Launched in 1990, the GTI-R was a product of purpose-built engineering. It looked like a typical economy hatchback: short wheelbase, upright stance, and 5 doors. But under the skin, it was built for war. Power came from the SR20 DET engine, a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 that made 227 horsepower in street form. In race trim, with upgraded turbo, intercooler, fuel delivery, and ECU tuning, output climbed well past 280 horsepower, limited only by the regulations. The engine was mounted transversely and mated to a 5-speed close-ratio gearbox. More importantly, it sent power to all 4 wheels through Nissan's newly developed Atessa all-wheel drive system. It wasn't the same Atessa found in the Skyline GT-R. The GTI-R version was simpler, using a vicious coupling instead of the GT-R's electronic torque split setup, but it gave the car serious traction on loose surfaces. The GTI-R's bodywork told you what it was built for: a massive rear wing, functional hood vents for the top-mount intercooler, wide fenders, and aggressive bumpers all screamed purpose over polish. It wasn't refined, it wasn't pretty, but it meant business. To meet homologation rules, Nissan built over 14,000 units, far exceeding the FIA requirement. This car wasn't an afterthought. It was a fully blown rally project. Nissan's motorsport division, Nismo, took charge of the rally program. The plan? Enter the WRC in 1991 and challenge the dominant Toyotas, Lancias, and Mitsubishis head-on. The car made its WRC debut at the 1991 Safari Rally, one of the toughest rallies in the world. It wasn't exactly a gentle introduction. Harsh terrain, extreme heat, and grueling distances took a toll on every team. The GTI-R finished 7th. Not spectacular, but promising. For a brand new platform, it showed resilience. Over the next 2 years, Nissan entered selected rounds of the WRC, mostly focusing on gravel events. The GTI-R showed flashes of speed. It was quick in short bursts, capable of matching the pace of more established rivals. But reliability issues and internal mismanagement quickly became apparent. Unlike Toyota or Subaru, Nissan didn't have a fully unified global motorsport strategy. The European team, which was responsible for the WRC effort, often clashed with the Japanese engineers. Development was slow. Parts support was inconsistent. Logistics suffered. The team lacked the deep integration that successful rally programs relied on. On top of that, the GTI-R had real technical challenges. Its short wheelbase made it snappy and difficult to handle on high-speed stages. The top-mounted intercooler suffered from heat soak in hot climates, and the Atessa system, while good, wasn't as advanced as what Toyota had in the Celica or what Mitsubishi was developing for the Lancer Evolution. The chassis was rigid, but lacked the sophisticated damping needed to deal with uneven terrain at world-class speeds. Despite these issues, the GTI-R wasn't a total failure. It finished rallies, gained experience, and built a small fan base. But the WRC is a brutal environment. If you're not winning, you're invisible. By the end of 1992, after only 2 years of limited competition, Nissan pulled the plug on the factory rally program. The GTI-R had been shelved. And yet, what followed was something Nissan didn't expect. The Pulsar GTI-R became a cult hero. It started with grassroots rally teams. Privateers began snapping up used GTI-Rs and homologation models. The car's raw specs, lightweight body, turbo power, AWD grip, made it a perfect weapon in national and regional rallies. In tarmac events, especially in Europe and Australia, the GTI-R punched well above its weight. Tuners discovered the SR20 DET could handle massive boost with little internal modification. With the right setup, these cars were running 350 to 400 horsepower with ease. In hill climbs and sprints, the GTI-R was a monster. It also gained popularity in street racing and tuning circles. The compact dimensions made it ideal for city driving. It was easy to modify, responsive to tuning, and visually unmistakable. In Japan, Australia, the UK, and New Zealand, the GTI-R became a staple of the 1990s performance scene. It wasn't as refined as an Evo or as balanced as an Impreza, but it was raw, loud, and brutally effective. The legacy of the GTI-R didn't stop with the car itself. It laid the groundwork for a new era of Nissan performance. The SR20 DET became a legend, used in Silvias, 180 SXs, and Sentras. It taught Nissan that their turbocharged engines could compete at the highest level and win, given the right support. Lessons from the GTI-R would carry over into the engineering of future GTRs, both on and off the rally stage. Today, the Pulsar GTI-R is a relic of a short-lived but critical moment in rally history. It didn't win titles. It didn't get the spotlight. But it proved that a Japanese hatchback could be built for pure competition, and that even when the results don't come, the passion matters. It was bold, flawed, and ahead of its time. and it changed Japanese rallying forever. Thanks for watching. Catch us soon.